What's going on, everybody? It's Jake, and welcome to the commentary and breakdown analysis of our ranked match gameplay. Being a partner with the Hidden Ones, I wanted to bring you guys gameplay first, to then break down and commentate over every other episode. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright, at the start of this match, we're going to be fighting Ruhua Firearm. Now with this character posed a huge challenge for a lot of players, but off the rip, as you guys see, that I was chasing them down, running them down, that way I can get my early attacks in. And the thing about Ruhua is that their basic attacks do not make you flinch. So it's really important for you to not guard against them, when typically you would want to. But because she's a long range character, that means that she can also grab you from long range. And we're doing a really good job with just locking her down. Getting in all of these hits. Nice, ends up getting the breakaway. And now we're just playing it cool. We have the life lead. Just waiting for a moment to try to dash in. All right, ends up getting the perfect dodge. Goes in with our standard and finished it off with our basic attack.
Hey, you're here.
Next, we got Wang Ye. All right, ends up beating me out in the basic battle there. Deflecting the flames of Lee. Nice. Nice conversion. 3, 4. So going into the combo. 3, 4 into the ult. Nice. That's going to be a lot of damage here. All right, what are we going to do on Oki? Nice, but wasn't able to catch off the doppelganger. Summons their doppelganger. We end up breaking away. Nice. They try to get the chase down, but we end up punishing them with our basic attack.
Guess who's getting buried next?
Guess who's getting buried next? Fan favorite. Feng Bao Bao. Nice trade. Resetting the neutral. Ends up canceling that for some reason. So we end up punishing them to get some more basic strings. And they don't do the infinite that she has. And to my knowledge, that the next version of this game will be removing infinite. So we'll see how that works out and how players end up playing their characters differently. Although you most certainly do not need infinites in this game. You are still able to do a lot of damage and some crazy combos still. All right, they aren't able to cancel out of that, so we end up punishing them. They break away. We end up getting our standard one. But we are not able to combo cancel. As you guys heard the little sound and our stamina flashed red. But we do get the confirm here, and this is going to close it out.
Smooth and swift, blink and strike. This ain't good.
All right, so now I do want to go ahead and rewind here. And let's go ahead and talk about Ruhua Firearm. As I was saying, was that the special thing about this character is that due to her being long range, if you hold down your block and tries to go for a parry, she will grab you from long range, and it does do a lot of damage. So a lot of players, of course, you typically don't want to get hit, right? So a lot of people are afraid of getting hit. The thing about this character is that you have to just accept the fact that you are going to take chip damage in this sense, because her basic attacks don't do a lot of damage up front like other characters. So off the rip, in the beginning, you are able to move around at round start. So I instantly just start walking her down because you want to stay as close as possible at all times, pretty much. So we end up walking her down, and she would have had to do her standard in order to beat out our basic, but that's not what she does, or she would have had to dodge away. We end up hitting our basic attacks. They end up breaking away, going for her basic attacks, and we end up dodging away. They combo cancel for whatever reason, going for more basic attacks, and we are not holding down our guard. We end up going for a dodge into our standard 2, and we end up landing the hit. Now, they don't have enough stamina to break out of this, as they just broke out of it recently as well, so we still have a couple of seconds to try to get this combo in. 3, 4. Going into our standard 1. And now, we don't combo cancel just because I didn't want to waste the stamina, because we want to save the stamina in order to try to chase her down. And I wasn't keeping track of the time, so now that I knew, or I rather paid attention to the fact that she has 3 stamina, I was waiting to see if she was going to try to break out of it, but she didn't. So on wake up, I instantly go for my basic attacks. They end up breaking out of it, and now I know it's game on. They end up using their standards to try to cover their grounds, and we're just playing it cool. We try to get in. We end up attacking and dodging in, summoning our doppelganger for the hyper armor in case they try to do their standard. We end up getting the fleeting fire here, and we try to catch off of it, and we land it. As we see, they still don't have enough stamina to be able to break out of this, even if their breakaway has came back. But it more than likely hasn't, given that they broke away at 75 seconds, and it's a 12-second cooldown. So we catch them at 6 seconds, meaning that we have a 6-second time frame to pretty much freestyle all that we want. And from episode 2, if you guys recognize, right, is that we ended up landing the sidestep into our 5th hit, as we tried to do in our first video, but we didn't land it. In this video, you guys see this extension, and this is exactly what I was trying to go for. Resetting the combo, going back into our standard 1, as they end up breaking away, instantly summoning their doppelganger as we break away as well, using our last bit of stamina to try to dodge away, resetting the neutral as we don't need to overextend. So now we're just chilling. We're just waiting for all of our cooldowns on our standards over here. And now I'm guarding, right? I'm guarding just to try to bait them in, since the Ruhua player knows what they want to go for. So if I'm just here holding guard, they're not going to be able to do their standard. And this is just a reactionary check to see if I'm able to let down my guard before they try to dodge in and do a basic attack or whatever else. But I want to try to lure them in. After I do that, after they start getting closer right here, right? They got a little bit closer. So I end up doing my basic attack for that forward momentum into a dodge, into another dodge. No, it was one dodge here. Actually, no, I believe that was one dodge, yeah. So we end up using our dodge, and we got a perfect dodge there, and we end up going into our standard 2 as that covers the most distance. They end up breaking away, and we instantly go for our basic attack here, closing out that first round.
Hey, you're here.
Now, during this match, I don't believe that there was a lot going on here. End up using their standard 1, going for the standard 2. Something to quickly explain about Wang Ye is that when they go into their standard 2, they have I believe 3 different variations that they can go into. They could go into a rock slide, they can do the Flames of Li, or they can do their AoE attack, which is a Sinister. Actually, no, I don't believe that their lightning is a Sinister. The only Sinister that they have is that if you put down a Flame of Li, but they don't deflect it, and the flame is still on the ground and you're somewhat still within its radius, when you do your standard 1, the final kick of his standard 1 will become a Sinister. So we close out that damage there, getting a lot of damage. Backing away there. And they tried to overextend and got punished. And so that movement right there is something that was extremely prevalent in during this closed alpha test, to where whenever you hold down guard, you can press your attack button and you will end up doing this this jittery looking movement to where you are able to close the distance by using your guard cancels along with your basic attacks. Ends up getting the chase. And they can break away. Oh, we wanted to bait it out. Nice, they end up getting that hit, but they drop the combo. Deflect. They instantly go into their other standard. But right here, they weren't able to cancel out of it, given that their second bar of stamina was still recovering, meaning that we were able to properly punish right here with our own standard. They broke away. We end up getting our standard 1. And that red flash right there indicates that you do not have enough. So I tried to combo cancel right here, but as you guys can see that I didn't have just this most smallest of slivers enough of stamina to be able to combo cancel there. So we end up dropping the combo. And we end up confirming into our ultimate there, although I believe... No, they still would have, even if they had the stamina, they wouldn't have been able to break out of it. But what I was going to mention was that right here, once we catch them, is that they don't have 3 bars of stamina. So even if you do have your breakaway available, if you do not have the stamina to break away, you're still going to be getting comboed. And we end up closing out with our ultimate, and that wraps up the match. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, then be sure to like, comment, all that jazz, and I'll vibe with you on the next one.